What is going on, guys? This is your role model of the IWC Gamers Goon, and here today we have our Slammiversary 2021 July 17th review, reactions, whatever you want to call it. Slammiversary definitely was a very highly talked about show due to what we'll go over later at the end. But Slammiversary, in my opinion, well worth the $40. It had its ups, it had its downs, but well worth the $40 if you ask me. So we started it off with the pre-show. As I said in the pre-show, Fire and Flava was going up and defending their Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championships up against Rosemary and Havoc, Decay. But as I also said, I don't really see Fire and Flava as really being that good. They're just missing something. And Havoc and Rosemary feel like the people that would win. And they proved me right. Havoc and Rosemary won. I don't know why I thought they would, but to me that was all but a guarantee. And it happened. Solid match. I wouldn't say it was anything. It was a pre-show match. It was a typical pre-show match. That's all I can really say. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that you go watch it. If you do watch it, it won't be terrible, but it's not something I would go back and watch a second time, unless I would just happen to be rewatching the show. Not a specific match. But then we started off with the main card. Now, I like this match a lot more. It was the Ultimate X match for the Impact X Division Championship. We had Petey Williams, Trey Miguel, Ace Austin, Chris Bay, Rohit Raju, and the champion Josh Alexander. I thought Petey Williams was going to win. He didn't. To me, it looked like the Ultimate X, the way they did it, it looked like they put the X too high, because usually you're supposed to wrap around and like shimmy your way over. These guys were like dangling their way over, so it was much easier to grab somebody. And Josh Alexander ended up winning. He ended up at the end being up there with Chris Bay. Ace Austin tried to dive and grab it because they both had a hold of it. Ace Austin tried to dive and grab it. He missed. And they pulled it up. And then that allowed Josh Alexander to knock Chris Bay down and to to retain the X Division Championship. Like I said, to me, it was between Petey Williams and Josh Alexander. Not much of a surprise. Solid match. Definitely a fun little match there to start off the show. Then we had the next match, which was the second match on the main card. We had Matt Cardona going up against Brian Myers and Tanel Dashwood. And Matt Cardona obviously had his to-be-determined anonymous tag team partner that I think everybody saw coming. Chelsea Green, the hot mess, made it her way onto the Impact Zone, and Chelsea Green was able to win by picking up a pinfall by hitting a low blow on Tanel Dashwood. Kind of weird to me that we saw Chelsea Green hit a low blow on Tanel Dashwood. We've seen many times where low blows don't do anything to women for obvious reasons. So that was a little bit weird of a spot, if you ask me. But Chelsea Green won. Is it a one-off? I don't know. Cardona's there. That's her fiance in real life. So I don't know. Maybe she is going to stay in Impact. But she had something going with ROH, from what I understand. So maybe that's off the table now. I'm not sure. Then we had W. Morrissey going up against Eddie Edwards in just a normal match. Not a big fan of Morrissey. And this match absolutely showcased why I'm not a big fan of him. He doesn't have many dimensions to him. He's just going to power his way through matches, hit some clotheslines, hit some power bombs, hit some choke slams, hit some big boots, and call it a day. There's nothing more to it. Those 4 moves. Eddie Edwards did the best he could with Morrissey, but at the end of the day, Morrissey ended up winning. I'm not a big fan of that match necessarily. It is what it is, though. Then we had the tag team match here. Kind of impromptu, because we had Shera and Madman Fulton come down to the ring, upset that they were not allowed to be at ringside earlier in the X Division match. And then we see Finjuice, David Finlay, and Juice Robinson come on out, and they ended up picking up a win in what was like a 2-minute match Very pointless. Don't know why they did that, especially with what happened in the main event. Then we had Moose versus Chris Sabin. This match was solid. Moose looked great. Moose. Absolutely love Moose. Chris Sabin looked phenomenal as well. Chris Sabin ended up hitting a roll-up pin on Moose and finishing things off. Chris Sabin, I didn't expect it to happen. I did not expect Moose to lose that, but he did, and it wasn't a bad match. Then we got into the four-way tag team match for the Impact World Championship. We had VBD, Violent by Design, which was Joe During and Rhino today, going up against Rich Swann and Willie Mack, going up against the Good Brothers, and going up against Fallah Bahh and his tag team partner. No way. Not No Way Jose. No way. That's the name they decided to go with. Yeah. No Way Jose in Impact. I didn't really care, to be honest with you. Good Brothers ended up picking up the victory. Pretty good, I guess, for the Good Brothers. If they were going to win a championship, I'd rather have seen them win it one-on-one just against Violent by Design. I don't think we need to throw in Fallah Bahh, No Way Jose, or Rich Swann and Willie Mack, to be honest with you. We just had Violent by Design versus the Good Brothers. Was it a bad match? No. Is it necessarily a match that I would go back and watch? Definitely not. It is what it is, though. It wasn't bad. And then we got a pretty solid match here with Deonna Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa. This is where things got good. Deonna Purrazzo coming out, and she was greeted by her mystery opponent, Thunder Rosa. Deonna Purrazzo impressed. Hey, you brought in Thunder Rosa. Congratulations. So we got that match. Deonna Purrazzo ended up beating Thunder Rosa, and it was about a 10-11 minute match there. Pretty good stuff from there. Afterwards, we see Mickie James come out, which I thought was going to end up being Deonna's match here. And then Mickie James came to invite Deonna Purrazzo to that women's NWA show that they're doing. And Deonna was like, you know what? Of course you want me on your show. Everybody wants me on your show, but the thing is, you showed me disrespect because during my celebration, you came out here and interrupted it. And that led to Mickie James taking out Deonna Purrazzo. We're going to get a match between those two. Probably at that NWA show. Maybe at an Impact. I don't know. But Mickie James being in the same ring as Deonna Purrazzo was pretty cool. Hardcore Country is back in Impact for the time being. Thunder Rosa making her Impact presence known as well. So, pretty interesting stuff there. We got two return/debuts, whatever you want to call it, in the Impact Zone. And then we got Kenny Omega defending his championship against Sami Callihan in the no disqualification match. This match was bloody. This match was fun. This match was great. One point in the match, they had referees get taken out, and the Good Brothers tried to come out. But we saw Chris Sabin come out, and him and his tag team partner tried to stop things, took them to the back. But Kenny Omega eventually hit a one-winged angel onto thumbtacks and pinned Sami Callihan. As Kenny Omega is celebrating in the ring, we see the lights go out. We see on the big board Bullet Club, and I'm thinking at this point, holy shit. We're getting a New Japan and Impact working relationship. Holy shit. Okay, is this real? Seriously, was it real? I couldn't believe my eyes. Then I see it across about the board. Blade. I'm thinking, holy shit, Jay White is coming to the Impact Zone. Jay White walks out, comes to the ring, looks Kenny Omega dead in the eye. Everybody's giving up the too sweet. He doesn't do a thing. Kenny tells him to back up, and we see somebody running from the back. As the cameras cut to the Impact logo, you can hear it lightly being commentated, and nothing. The feed was cut. Now, more than likely, this was a fuck-up on Impact's part. They probably fucked it up somehow. I would love to sit here and think that it was a cliffhanger, but in order for it to be a cliffhanger, it would have had to make much more sense. It would have had to be something along the lines of, hey, there's not fans there that could spoil this shit. There was fans there tonight. And the first thing everybody did was go on social media. And then we all saw what Sean Ross Sapp said, and that it was Finjuice, who had a match earlier on in the night. They ruined their return earlier on in the night for Finjuice to come on out to attack Switchblade. And Jay White ends up hitting his finisher on Juice Robinson. And that's how we ended the show, actually. And then, obviously, after that, we see Jay White just leave the ring, leave the situation. Impact might have fucked up one of the biggest moments of the year. And that sucks. I would like to think that that was planned, but it definitely wasn't. It wasn't. Maybe you can make that argument if it was a show without fans, but it wasn't. But it definitely piqued everybody's interest. We could be looking at a New Japan Impact working relationship, which is probably what we are looking at. So on Thursday this week, I want everybody to tune into Impact, because we got to hear from the man himself. We got to hear from Jay White. What was he doing in the Impact Zone staring down Kenny Omega? Is it that at Bound for Glory? Are we going to get at Bound for Glory Kenny Omega versus Jay White? Because if that's the case, if we get to see Jay White in Impact on an Impact pay-per-view, I think Impact has hit a home run. They changed it last year when they were able to go out there and they were able to get a working relationship with AEW. They were able to go out there and get some of the bigger names that were on the free agent market at the time. They could do it again with a major, major partnership with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Impact absolutely hit a home run with that deal of bringing in Jay White tonight. Absolutely. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my review. I hope you guys enjoyed Impact Slammiversary 2021. If you guys did watch, and if not, just know that it was a fun show. Not necessarily a great show, but very, very newsworthy show. It was definitely worth $40 if you did spend it, in my opinion. Especially with that whole ending, because that was amazing. Seeing Jay White come out in Impact was absolutely amazing. You guys know where to follow me. You guys know all that stuff. GamersGoonYT on Twitter, thegoongameryt on Instagram. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe over here. I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow. But you guys, when you watch the video tomorrow, I'm going to be talking as if you haven't watched this video. Because I filmed this video, I filmed the Money in the Bank video prior to it, but I just didn't want to put that out just in case. I didn't want to confuse anybody that was tuning in for the Slammiversary stuff. They might have tuned in the wrong one if they didn't want to watch, whatever. But Slammiversary tonight, absolutely a home run in my opinion. I'm going to get out of here, rest my voice in a little bit. I got Money in the Bank tomorrow, and yeah, man, I hope you guys were able to enjoy Slammiversary.